All right, and we are back. This is NHL 20 Franchise Mode Calgary Flames. This is episode number 29. Yes, welcome back to our Franchise Mode here with the Calgary Flames. Welcome to episode number 29 as we get set to continue our regular season here in the year of 2022, in the 22-23 season, our fourth full season as GM here of the Calgary Flames. And as you can see, we're 12 games into the regular season. We got through the month of October in the last video there, got the season underway, and we sit currently in top of our division after the month of October, just 12 games, like I said, small sample size, but we did go 7-4-1 through that time. Now, started off the season here with a game against the LA Kings. In fact, two back-to-back games against the LA Kings to open the season, a home and home, in which we won both of them. Also won our next 3 games after that to put us on a 5-game winning streak to open up the season. Lost a couple, then we won a couple, and then we lost some very key games here against some divisional foes in the Vancouver Canucks and the Vegas Golden Knights. 2 games you definitely don't want to be losing. Even though it's early on, the first 12 games of the regular season, you don't want to be losing any divisional games. These could come back to bite us at the end of the season. So we'll have to make sure we start winning our divisional games. We also lost our final game of the month here against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And so we end off on a 3-game losing streak, which we had to make some lineup changes, and I'll get to that in a second. But now we're ready to start the month of November here against the Winnipeg Jets. Very busy month ahead of us. I think I just had it there on the screen. We got some big divisional games here as well. The Oilers in there, but a very busy month, as you can see. Canucks as well in there. So Coyotes. So it's gonna be a busy month. Lots to get through. We'll try and get through as much as simming as we can here in this episode here. But just quickly, there's a look at your standings. There we are. 12 games played, 15 points through 12 games. You can see the Coyotes right on our tails with 14 points, 1 less game as well. So yeah, not bad through our first 12 games, still 7-4-1. Definitely, these last 3 games really stuck out. Definitely don't want to be losing those, especially those divisional games. Like I said, Minnesota does lead the conference with 20 points. And there's a look at your Eastern teams. So what happened at the end of the last episode is we took a look at our stats there. We kind of looked at where we sat in terms of team stats and individual stats. Our power play was struggling a lot, as was our goal scoring. Our goal scoring was struggling quite a bit, as was our top line. Our top line of Johnny Gaudreau, Sean Monahan, and Elias Lindholm was really struggling. All 3 players struggling offensively to start the season, and all 3 players in the minuses. So Gaudreau, here's a look at Johnny Gaudreau, has not even scored a goal this season. Again, small sample size, 12 games, 6 points, or 6 assists, I should say, through those 12 games, but a -7. Then you go over here to Elias Lindholm, just 4 points for Elias Lindholm there, -9. And when we went to Sean Monahan, there were just 5 points for Monahan and a -4. So yeah, that top line really struggling. So what we did here is we switched Sean Monahan and Max Domi around, just a very minor tweak here to try and get them going. Take Monahan off that line, switch up the centerman. Maybe that will get Gaudreau and Lindholm going a little bit, as well as spread it out a little bit. Michael Backlund has been lights out. He leads our team in points and goals, leads us with 6 goals. Obviously, as you can see, 9 points there through 12 games. He's been really good. Again, he had such a solid season last year and a good playoffs as well for us, doing it all on the 3rd line, which he is back on this year. So, Michael Backlund is getting it done. I'm really, really intrigued to almost move Backlund up here into a top 6 role here pretty soon, if these struggles continue. Right now, he's playing with Dylan Dubé and Sam Bennett. There's some really good stability in our bottom 6, so I don't want to mess with it too much. But if things continue, we're definitely going to have to maybe bring Michael Backlund, who's been our best player through this first 12 games, up front at least, into our top 6. Looking at our defense, the pairing of Nicholas Hjalmarsson and Rasmus Andersson really struggled. Hanifin and Valimaki have been really good to start this season. Just take a look here. Hanifin, obviously, he's got 8 points there, +2 rating. Valimaki's got 4 points there, +5. But when we got to Rasmus Andersson, -6 there, and Nicholas Hjalmarsson, -6 as well through the first 12 games. So what we did is just, again, minor tweak, brought up Oliver Shillington to that pairing, brought Hjalmarsson down again. Maybe it's just the Andersson-Hjalmarsson pairing was not getting it done. When you look at your line chemistry there on the other side here, that could be why there's a minus. I guess that's a -3 for this bottom pairing, but as soon as you switch that around, it goes to +1/+1. Again, I don't think the line chemistry matters too much, but we're just going to try these minor changes because, again, Andersson and Hjalmarsson struggling as a pairing, so we'll just try some minor changes here to see if we can get it going. Again, Coming into last episode, we talked about it. Our biggest question could be defense. When you look at our defensive core, we do lose the services of Mark Giordano in the, I believe it was 2 videos ago in the off season. So that took a huge hit to our top 4. Obviously, you can see Shillington's rated 80, Jomerson 81. So obviously, we lost one of our top 4 defensemen. We kind of replaced him with Nicholas Jomerson, but at the same time, Jomerson's not as good as Giordano was. So I mean, that will be something to keep an eye on. If we have to keep struggling to find somebody here to play with Rasmus Anderson and keep this second pairing going, then maybe we need to go out and look at a trade option or something like that. Because this is the 6th best defensemen we have in our organization, are these 6 that you see here. So after Hanifin and Valimaki and Anderson, we have probably more 3 bottom pairing defensemen in Shillington, Jomerson, and Forsling. So I wouldn't mind maybe looking at another defenseman eventually down the road. But we'll see how the season goes. We do have some cap to play with as well. Goaltending wise, we look good here with Jordan Binghamton. Through 12 games, he's gone. I guess he's played 11 games. We gave 1 game to Talbot. He's got 9.24 through 11 games. So, I'm not worried about goaltending at all. So, just a really quick look. I just wanted to show you that we did make a couple lineup tweaks here as we go into the month of November and try to get back rolling. Again, we're still atop our division. We just need to keep it going now. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into the simming here. We're going to get right into the month of November here with the Winnipeg Jets. And see if we can get a much larger sample size to work with here. So again, period by period here, we're going to try and get through as many games as we can. Here we go. First period, Jets, Flames, nothing. Second period here, 1-1, goals from Elias Lindholm and Nicholas Ehlers. And here we go, third period, Flames, Jets. And they get 2, we get 1. So Elias Lindholm gets his second of the game, but Blake Wheeler and Patrick Laine score. So it's 3-2 Jets, and that's 4 losses in a row going back to October now. So the Flames in a bit of a hole here. Just take a look at our ice time leaders here. No Hanifin and Valimaki, no surprise. 2.9 there for Elias Lindholm, gets 2 goals. 9.19 for Jordan Binghamton. All right, so we're still struggling a little bit here. That's our 4th. Look at down here, 4th loss in a row. All 3 games by a score of 3-2. I mean, I've never seen that. That's just absurd. Let's see if we can break that trend here against the Minnesota Wild. We'll keep the same lineup so we can get something going here. All right. We'll have to definitely make lineup changes, though, if we lose this one. Here we go. Flames Wild, first period, 1-0 Minnesota. Eric Halla, second period. 2 more goals for them. Zach Parise, third period. And we do get 1, but they get another one. Sven Berchi, a former Flame now, member of the Minnesota Wild, and Max Domi. All right, so we're going to make some lineup changes here because that's 5 losses in a row, and our offense has been struggling mightily here the last few games. So just a goal there by Max Domi and an 8.75 there from Jordan Binghamton. So I guess all those lineup changes that I spent a few minutes there showing you, I guess we're going to just tweak it again here. So I'm just taking a look here. I'm just trying to think here. Yeah, so we're going to bring Backlund in here. We're going to probably put Backlund into our number 1 hole there. Keep Monahan there. I know Lindholm got it going a little bit there the last bit. Let's try switching it right up, though. Let's put Mangiapane up there. Mangiapane's been quiet, too, this season. Just 6 points through 14 games. But don't forget, Mangiapane always flirts with 30 to 40 goals this season. It's been really good for us, at least the last 3 seasons he has. Let's take a look here at his stats. So you can see there 29 goals last year, 63 points, 37 the year before, 59 points, 28. So, I mean, he's constantly somewhere from 30 to 40 goals here. In the last couple seasons have been around 60 points as well. So we need Mangiapane to get going. He's up to an 85 as well. He was doing all of that at like an 82, 83. Now he's up to an 85. So he's an elite top 6 player here. We need to get him going. We'll try Lindholm here with Monahan and Kachuk. And then we'll try Domi down here with Bennett and Dubé. Again, just trying to get things going. Backlund's been one of our best players, so we'll get him going. We want to get Johnny going here, so maybe we can spark something there. Trying some changes here. Let's make a minor change to our bottom line as well. Let's take Austin Zarnik out. We've got a 13th forward waiting to get in, and that would be Nick Shore. Let's get him in. Just some minor changes here. So we've lost 5 games in a row. Gus Forsling, we could get him out for Carl Gunnarsson. Again, just minor changes here. Both 76. Just making a swap here on the bottom pairing, and we'll go like that for now. See if these lineup changes can spark something, because we have lost 5 games in a row here as we got the Nashville Predators. And just want to take a quick look here at our, yeah, so you can see the Coyotes have now passed us as well with 2 games in hand. So not good at all. And you can see actually the Sharks and the Oilers right on our tails as well, with multiple games in hand as well. So yeah, it's not looking good right now for us. You know, we went by percentage there. We'd probably be somewhere around 4th or 5th in our division right now. So we need to start bouncing back here. 5 losses in a row, not acceptable at any point throughout the season, you know, even though it is early on. So let's see if we can get back to the win column here against the Nashville Predators after we made a few lineup changes. Incoming trade there by the Chicago Blackhawks. All right. All right, here we go. First period, Flames Predators. 1-1 after 20. There's Mangiapane onto the top line there. Johnny and Backlund getting it started 1-1 after 20. Second period, a goal from Oliver Shillington. Good to see. And do we hang on for the third? Please hang on for the third. Yes, we do. 2 more goals. Max Domi. Johnny Gaudreau finally in game number 15 gets his first goal of the season. That's hard to believe. You know, after he scored... I forget how many he scored last year, but he's constantly been our best player every single year. Again, if you have not been watching our franchise modes, Johnny Gaudreau has really stepped it up the last 4 years, you know, especially in the playoffs as well, where he has struggled. He's getting it done year in, year out, you know, regular season and in the playoffs, he's getting it done. So, you know, he's definitely a superstar for us now. You know, if there was any question before, if he was an elite superstar in this league, he definitely is now in this game. And so, yeah, it's kind of shocking to see him struggling a little bit there to start off the season in the goal-scoring department. But he gets his first goal. Hopefully that gets the monkey off the back. We do snap that 5-game losing streak with a 4-1 win there against the Predators. We have to find a way to keep it going now. We got the Ottawa Senators here coming up, so let's keep it going here. Again, we got to get a larger sample size to work with here to kind of gauge where we sit as a team. And like I said, if we do need to make any changes to our lineup at any point throughout the season, you know, we can make those changes before the trade deadline. We don't have to wait till trade deadline to make a trade here. So first period here, Chris Tierney 1-0 for the Senators. Second period, shit, that's 2-0 for them. Thomas Chabot. We need a big third period. Come on, Calgary. Crap, we do get a couple, Monahan and Anderson, but we found ourselves in a 2-0 hole. Connor Brown scores here in the third. We just can't get out of a 3-2, another 3-2 loss. Yeah, so that's not good. Lost 6 of our last 7 here. We got to start finding a way here to get something done. 9-1-7 for Binghamton. Offense has still been a bit of a problem for us, but you know, these last handful of games letting in you know, 3 goals a game in all of these losses are not definitely not helping us. And now you can see the standings are starting to reflect here, as maybe some other teams are starting to catch up here in games played. Where are we here? There we are. You can see now we sit 5th in our division after pretty much leading our division from the, you know, the first 12 games there of the regular season. You can see we now slipped down to 5th. You know, just 1 point back of the Sharks and Canucks, but still, you know, we're struggling right now, so we got to find a way to turn it around. But you know, we've made some lineup changes. The best thing right now might be to just start playing games, just start getting games going here, and see if we can. All right, amateur skill calling. Yeah, okay, whatever. Just see if we can get some good games going here. Just start simming some games and see if the Flames can figure it out here, because something needs to happen here. So here we go. First period against the Florida Panthers. Alexander Barkov, Matthew Tkachuk score. Second period, both teams trading multiple goals as well. Nick Shore scores his first as a Flame. Yusuf Valimaki gets a goal. They get 2 there. Third period, come on. Shit. 2 goals from the Florida Panthers. Yevgeny Dadonov and Mike Hoffman. This is not good at all. Crap, okay. Might have to continue to make some tweaks here. 2-point night there for Sean Monahan. A 8-5-7 there for Binghamton. Not his best night. Crap. Yeah, this is tough. Gaudreau's now leading us in points with 11. So Backlund's kind of quieted down a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw Monahan back up there. Backlund on the second line here with Lindholm and Tkachuk. Kind of as a shutdown line. We'll make some minor changes here. Just see if maybe that can help as well. Got to get something going here. All right, Montreal, Calgary. Got actually a big trip through the East, and that could always help us when you go on these big road trips. We got Montreal, Pittsburgh, Washington, Winnipeg here coming up. So let's see if this road trip can maybe help us a bit. All right, Canadiens, Flames. Here we go. First period. 1-0 on a goal from Elias Lindholm. Second period, 2 more goals for the Flames. Bennett and Lindholm again. And third period, do we hang on? Yes, we do. We hang on for that 3-0 win. So that's a nice bounce back win there by the Flames. Nice to see Binghamton get his second shutout of the season, I believe. Another 2-goal performance there from Lindholm. That second line doing all the work there. 2.9 for Backlund and Kachuk. That new look second line. Expecting them to be more of a defensive line, but they're getting it done offensively too, so we're not going to complain with that. I'd like to see Monahan, Goudreau, and Mangiapane maybe getting it going a little bit there on the third line, but we'll leave that and see if that happens here. All right. Just kind of looking at a little bit of these trades now that maybe we are in the market for a defenseman, but definitely not going to want to give away multiple first-round picks. Seems to be what some of the teams have been asking for. So here we go, Washington, Calgary. First period here, nothing. Second period, 2-2 goals from Johnny Gaudreau and Michael Backlund for us. They get goals from Panik and Backstrom. We need a huge third. Come on, Calgary. Come on. Crap. We really need to start stringing together some wins. They get the lone goal of the period from Brett Lepsick, and it is 3-2. That deadly 3-2 score is just killing us right now. We're losing every game 3-2. Yeah. All right. 9-1-7 for Binghamton. Actually, you know what? Let me go back here. I'm going to start looking at plus minuses because who's struggling here? Just Hannafin in the minuses, really. That's it. Huh. This is so weird. I mean, I don't know why we're losing these games. They're such tight games too. But yeah, you can see. I mean, loss, win, loss. I mean, we can't be bouncing back and forth here. We're way too inconsistent. We need to start stringing together some wins here. So, yeah, we've definitely fallen here in the standings. Where are we here? We're still 5th. But yeah, you can see some other teams getting some separation on us. Edmonton now leading our division with 25 points there. I mean, we control our own destiny at this point. I get it. It is early. I know that. But, I mean, we still need to, be playing good at this point of the season because it's definitely going to affect us come March, April. We want to be in the playoffs, but we don't want to just be in the playoffs. We want to be a contending team. This is really our year to win the Stanley Cup, so we need to make sure we're an elite team this year. So here we go. Calgary, Pittsburgh, both teams getting a goal. Nazem Kadri, Andrew Mangiapane, second period. 2 more for the Pittsburgh Penguins, third period. We get 1, but not enough. And yeah, would you be surprised if it was another 3-2 loss? I sure as hell wouldn't be. Okay, so yeah. I mean, that's... Never seen anything like it. 8-3-3. Let's give, actually, you know what? Talbot did play some minutes there. I was going to say, let's give Talbot a game again. Where are we here? Goalies. Yeah, so it looks like Talbot did play, a few games. It looks like Binghamton played and then let in 3 goals there on, 18 shots. And then they put in Talbot. So I was going to play Talbot, but he just played that one. So we'll keep Binghamton in here against... that was back-to-back nights. Maybe we should have played Talbot. We'll keep Binghamton in, though. Maybe we'll get to the end of the month and then, really evaluate where we sit here. So let's just sim some games here. Okay, and give the Flames a chance to figure themselves out here. All right, first period here, 1-1. Goals from Nicholas Ehlers, Noah Hannafin. Second period, goal from Patrick Laine. And third period, they get 3 more. We get 1. All right, yeah, I'm not having fun right now. This is not good. Let's take a look here. Plus minuses. So Jomerson, Gunnarsson, that bottom pairing struggling a little bit. Matthew Phillips, rookie, struggling a little bit there as well. We got Toronto coming up here now. 3 more losses in a row here. All right. Like at this point, it's just all hell breaking loose right now with a line combination. So let's get Domi up there. Let's throw Backlund back because he's been quiet since coming back up there. He was really good in the first 12 games there in the third line. So we'll get that third line back intact. We'll put Lindholm, who's a centerman. Again, we have a lot of centermen. We have the opportunity to move guys around. So Lindholm is actually a centerman. We'll get him in there. Kachuk and Mangiapane. We'll throw Domi up there with Monahan, Gaudreau. Just try something here. And defensively, we'll throw Gus Forsling back in here. And you know what? We're going to throw Jomerson back up there with Rasmus Anderson. And see if we can get something going here. All right, Toronto Maple Leafs, Calgary Flames from Calgary. Here we go. First period, 3 goals for the Leafs, 1 for us, Mangiapane. Second period, holy shit. All right, this 7-1 loss might be a wake-up call. So what we're gonna do here is, oh man, I wanted to make it to the end of the month right now, but I'm pretty intrigued right now to make a big trade and shake something up, because this is not the start we wanted. You know what we're gonna do? I think I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go fire our head coach. So if you did not watch the last episode, I believe it was the last couple episodes. So what happened is our coach's contract was up. Our coach that was with us for the last 3 years, his contract was up this season. So we went out to go re-sign him, but we found a different coach who actually played our top players instead of, because this coach that we have now, let's go find him here. This Fucali guy, this Brendan Fucali, he likes to play all 4 lines equally. So can we just take a look at his bile here? Yeah, so as you can see here he is. So he's a generalist, but you can see down here when we go down to, yeah, you can see he rows all 4 lines, rows all pairings. That's his styles and whatnot. We found a coach that actually, focuses more on the top 6, even the top 9 and the top 2 pairings, which, we should be doing, because our top players are in our top 6. Our 4th line doesn't need to be getting as much time as our top 2 lines, especially, up front, and even on the back end too. Our bottom pairing shouldn't be playing as much as, we want our top 2 pairings to play. So this guy rows everybody, all pairings, all lines equally. And that was the one thing. So we went and actually tried to get a different coach in the off season. That coach declined our offer because he didn't want to come to such a big market. He was looking for a smaller market. I don't know how you get much of a smaller market than Calgary when it comes to the NHL. Maybe he just didn't want the Canadian atmosphere, but anyways, he declined, so we went back and got this guy who's been, like I said, with us for the last 3 years, Brendan Fucali. But we have gotten off to a horrible start here, and I think it's time to, fire him and make a coaching change again. This is the first year that in this game that coaching is kind of, really into this game. He seems like a good coach. You look at his ratings there: A offense, A+ defense, A+ power play, A+ penalty kill, technique B-, and coaching influences there A+. So he's a really good coach, and he has been with us for the last 3 years. Doing a really good job, but getting us, to the playoffs, getting us to the Western Conference Finals last year. But right now we are off to a very bad start. So where are we here in the standings? So we're off to a 9-12-1 start. Again, we have hopes of being a contending team. So that's not the start we wanted here in this season. So I'm going to make the decision here and fire our head coach. I mean, this is just that's 5 losses in a row here. We had 4 losses just before that in a row. This has been a horrible month of November. Ever since really going back to October, ever since these divisional losses here, in which we had 5 losses in a row. No, 5 losses in a row to end off October and November, and then we just went on another big, after this Montreal win, we just went on another 4-game losing streak, I should say, here. So we are going to make, and that 7-1 loss was definitely, definitely what did it against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we're going to make a coaching change here. So let's go here. Let's go coaching staff. And let's fire our head coach here. How do I do that? All right, there we go. Fire the head coach. Firing this coach will cost you $0. Okay. Are you sure you would like to fire this head coach? Yeah, we need a change right now. And before we make a change on our roster, I want to make the change with the coaching staff. So here we go. We have officially fired our head coach. We are now in need of a NHL coach. Right now, this Lannon guy, this E. Lannon, he is our associate coach, so he'll come up as our interim head coach, I guess, for now. I'm not sure if I have to do that. The computer just does that. I'm assuming the computer just does that if I don't touch it, which his style doesn't really give us a style because he's an assistant coach. All right. So we will do that, and then we'll look for an NHL head coach. You currently do not have to. Okay, so we have to promote this guy for now. Can I promote him to? I just want to make him the interim right now. I don't want to make him our head coach. Yeah, okay, we can do that. I wasn't sure. Okay, interim head coach. Yeah, let's do that. I guess oh crap. Now we need some assistant coaches, don't we? That's not fun. That's not fun. Can we just... Shit. We need an NHL associate coach. Alright. Okay, this guy will have to get promoted to NHL associate coach. Holy shit. You need an AHL. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Are you kidding me? Just promote these guys, for fuck's sakes. Alright, AHL head coach. There you go. Alright, so you do need an NHL coach, head coach, you need an associate coach, and then you need an AHL. That's the minimum, I guess, you need. We're going to go up there and look for more coaches out there. We can actually even hire staff here. We can kind of take a look right now, just kind of see what's out there. So there's the guy we just fired, this Fucali guy. This is the guy we tried, this Ekblad guy. We tried to get him. He's an NHL head coach. We try to get him. So I think we'll try him. We'll try this guy as well, because when you look at the overall, they're both A's, just like this Fucali, and then we'll see who we can get. So let's try and make another offer to this guy. See if he'll. This is the contract he wants. $4 million there for 4 years. Offer him another contract. Again, he did decline in the summer, but we'll see if maybe he's. He didn't get any offers, so we'll see if he maybe wants to. Join the Calgary Flames now. Again, don't mind him when you looked at down here. Just really quickly here, you can see A+, offense, defense, power play. PK struggles a little bit. We can maybe get an assistant coach for that. But you see here, unlike the last coach there, he rolls 3 lines instead of 4 lines. He does roll all pairings, so that kind of sucks. But he does roll 3 lines. That could be a huge plus for us if we could at least get that going with our forwards. But I'm thinking maybe just a coaching change in general might be the spark that this team needs. So we've just made our coaching change. Again, I don't know how much that affects us in this game. This is kind of the first year that this is in the game, and this is my first time, firing a coach. And so I guess we'll see the impact. But anyways, let's just keep on going here. So we got the Dallas Stars coming up here. Now, still probably going to maybe look to make a trade here. Maybe after the month of December or so. Again, we'll see where we're struggling in the areas most. But let's continue to get a larger sample size of games here. And 22 games in is still fairly early into the season. Here in the month of November. All right. Let's go with Dallas, Calgary here. Let's see if we can get back in the win column after with a new head coach or interim head coach here. Tyler Seguin 1-0 after 22nd period. Tyler Seguin 2-0 after 43rd period. Holy shit. Strome and Ben. All right. They shut us out 4-0 here. All right. Gus Forsling has been injured with mild concussion. All right. Let's throw in. While we're here now, actually, let's go. Let's just go back to our original lines, our original opening day lines. This is them. Yeah, because I have no clue at this point what to do right now. Right, let's Carl Gunnarsson in there. Oh, let me grab a drink here. All right. Oh, wow. I don't even know. All right, so now we got Edmonton. This is just... Okay, so here is that Tim Ekblad again. Like I said, I'm going to reject your offer. I don't feel the quality of the roster matches the challenges I'm wishing to take on. All right, so what that tells me, that's not the answer he gave us in the summer. He said something about the market size. So what that tells me is maybe he's looking for a different type of team. We're a team that is listed as a contender. Maybe he's looking to be more of a rebuilding head coach. So that's kind of what I'm assuming that means there. He wants a team that's more maybe rebuilding or, looking for different goals. We're looking to win a Stanley Cup. So if that doesn't meet, what he wants there, then obviously it's not going to work for us. Update there in the standings, you can see we're now 6th in our division here after that 4-0 loss. All right, so let's go back to coaching staff here. Hire staff. Oh, never done this before. All right, so this Tim Ekblad, he does not want to come to Calgary. We've asked him twice. There's our head coach that we fired. So let's try this next guy here. He's also an A+. He's a defensive head coach, it looks like. Is that what? Yeah, so Fucali was a generalist, Ekblad was forwards. So this guy maybe focuses more on defensemen. That's good, but again, it's our offense that's struggling right now. That's the biggest thing. If we can find a way to get our offense going. Let's take a look at his stats here. So A offense, A plus defense. So that's where he strives. Actually, pretty good special teams. There's an A and A in the power play and penalty kill. You know, overall, really good. A in technique as well. What does he do here? So, yeah, he's not won anything. He's got some coaching records there. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is what he does here. He goes. Where's his? Oh, so just I guess forward ice time normal, defensive ice time normal. So he doesn't really focus on, you know, rolling lines or anything. Okay. Just like really quickly taking a look at this here. I don't like this. I don't like how they have forward lines 1, 2, 3, 4 and tells you exactly what he's doing with those lines. Because how the hell do you know, you know, with the players? You know, we're always changing our lines. So how the hell do you just have one set thing for each line? You know, it doesn't make sense. But whatever. Anyways, we'll try this guy again. You know, not going too deep into you know, breaking down coaching stats. He is still an A. He's a defensive head coach, I guess, first, but he still, you know, is an A. You know, in this overall category, the only other A other than the two guys what we just had and tried, and then after that it starts to get into the A minuses. So you're not getting maybe as quality, as high of a quality of a head coach. But we'll try this guy first. He's asking for 4 years or $4 million again. We'll offer him the contract. That is Jim Fichard. So he'll get back to us, and we'll see there. And then we can also hire some assistant coaches after. But I want to get that head coach hired first. All right, so again, in the middle of all this chaos right now, we have a huge divisional game against the Oilers. At one point, this divisional game looked a lot bigger than it does now. Suddenly, both of our teams have gone opposite ways in the direction. Edmonton has skyrocketed to the top, around the top. They're now second in our division with 27 points. We've plummeted to the bottom of our division with 19 points here in 23 games. I mean, it's just been a horrendous month of November. We could not get out of this month faster if we're the Calgary Flames. But let's see if we can start a turnaround here with a huge divisional game against the Oilers. We need these points, and we definitely need it in regulation. So here we go. Made a little bit of a tweak there to our offense. We got it back to our original opening their line. So here we go. Flames Oilers, first period, 2 goals for them. Yamamoto and Nordgren. Second period here. We get a goal, they get a goal, Jesse Puljujärvi, and we get one from Elias Lindholm. All right, big third period comeback. Come on, Calgary. All right, we do. We get a bit of a comeback here with Domi and Monahan to tie this, at least get this to overtime. Can we please get that extra point? We desperately need that extra point. Here we go, Flames. How about in the shootout? We do. We get in the shootout. Sean Monahan with the winner. All right, so it's nice to get back in the win column. Unfortunately, we give a point to Edmonton, but at this point, it just matters that we get the 2 points because we've been that bad. All right. Nice to see some of our top players getting up there as well. 929 for Jordan Binnington. Like, we have such a good team. I don't understand why we're struggling, you know, especially this year in particular. We have such a good team. We have so many good players. You know, a Vezina Trophy winning goaltender. We are just underachieving insanely. Like, I don't understand why. But again, it allowed us, gave us an opportunity to look for a new head coach, I guess. There's that. So we got back-to-back games coming up here against the Coyotes and the Ducks. We'll probably give Talbot one of these games. Big Eaton has not been the problem this season at all. All right, so this Jean Fichard guy is going to accept our contract. I'm going to accept your offer, but the role you offered is already... What? How's... Oh, for fuck's sakes. Are you kidding me? Well, like, how... It's not already... What? All right. Okay, I don't care. No, but he was just... He's in a... I hate this game. All right. All right, let's go hire staff here. So do I have to demote? All right. I'm so confused. This is does not make sense. All right. I didn't make him an NHL head coach. I wanted him as the... Let's make him an NHL assistant coach, okay? Now can we please go and... Well, it's like, oh yeah, you can't... Oh my god! I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because... Like, how do I get new guys in here? All right, you know what? What if we... What if we fire everybody? You're unable to fire this coach because there's... Okay. Alright, let's promote him to interim head coach. That's what I did last time. Interim head coach. Okay. Then let's go to... I'm just so confused right now. I don't know what's going on. Because I did that last time. I had that last guy's the interim head coach. Alright, let's re-offer this guy his contract. Because he said he would have taken it if we had that position open. That just does not make sense to me. I don't know what just happened. Alright. Let's just continue here. Okay, Arizona, Calgary, here we go. Coming off that huge shootout win against the Oilers. Alright, first period. Goals from Elias Lindholm, Clayton Keller, second period. Goal from Johnny Gaudreau, third period. We get a goal from Sean Monahan. They get one from Ryan Hartman. We'll hang on. Back-to-back wins for first time in what seems like forever for the Calgary Flames. What else move on here? It's nice to actually be on the right side of a 3-2 win for once. All right, let's get up to this Anaheim game. So back-to-back wins. Let's throw in Cam Talbot. Just see what he's got. He's only played one game for us this season. Two games this season. 9-1-2 there for Binghamton. But back-to-back nights, let's see what Cam Talbot's got here. So Anaheim, Calgary. All right, first period here. 3-1 for us. Phillips, Dubé, Monahan. Second period, holy shit. We get one from Lindholm. They get 3. Third period, come on, Calgary. Fuck's sakes. Divisional game in regulation. Oh. Not fun. Alright. Talbot. What are you doing, Talbot? We might need a backup goalie, too. We might need another solid backup behind Binghamton. Oh, we got back-to-back games here against the Ducks. Alright, so we really started off on the right foot by you offering me the ball. I ideally suited for my skills, so I got okay. So we've got our new head coach. It is this Jean, whatever guy. Let's go into our coaching staff now. Oh my God! Stop with the goddamn trades. Holy! All right. So let's go here to coaching staff first. All right. So we got this guy. This is John Fajardo. He's now our new head coach. Again, he's defensive style. We looked at his in-depth stats now. This guy here. Was here as well, associate coach, assistant coach. Just want to look here at this guy here. His offense is B-. So you know what? We're going to fire this assistant coach, this Lannon guy, and we're going to go out and look for a new assistant coach. And possibly a new associate coach. What's this guy like? Yeah. Oh, I don't want him either. His stats are horrible. He's a C. So I think we can go out there and find some better coaches. So let's do that right now. Again, I've never done this before, but let's look for an associate coach and assistant coach at the NHL level. I don't care right now about the AHL. All right. Head coaches, associate coaches. Here we go. So this guy looks like he focuses on veterans, goalies, veterans, forwards. All right. Maybe we want that. Maybe we want a guy that focuses on our forwards a bit. He's got a B+ or a B power play. I guess this is what we should be looking at. He's A- offense, A- defense, B power play, B- PK. I want kind of a guy that gets our power play going too. So maybe this guy's better. It says veterans, but he's got an A+ offense, a B- defense. So he's really not as good for defense, but that's what our head coach is there for. And an A- power play. Yeah, so he's the only guy with an A in both the forwards and power play. So why don't we try this guy here? He's just not a defensive coach at all. His veterans will help prevent veteran players from declining. Okay, so that's his. He also helps the veteran players. So guys like Michael Backlund, maybe. We don't have a lot of veterans. I guess you could. Do you consider like Johnny Gaudreau a veteran now? He's maybe, I guess, yeah, you know what, maybe I guess you would consider guys like Goudreau and even Monahan, Lindholm as well, maybe, definitely guys like Michael Backlund, though, a veteran now. So sure, why don't we try this guy? Let's get him as our associate coach. Give him what he wants. We'll offer you a contract. And then why don't we look for an assistant coach as well? And then we'll fire those other, or we fired one of them. Let's fire one of the other guys as well. Guess we still have to go by associate coaches. So why don't we try and find a guy that's more defensive based then? Or at least has good defensive stats. Here we go. This Poulian guy. No, he's too far down there. He's a B-. That's the guy we just fired. This guy focuses on goalies. Oh, what has he got here? B- defense. Grow the goalies on our team. We don't really need that though. See, that's not the problem. Like, our goalies are already established. We don't need to grow our goalies. Forwards, no. We could just hire a generalist here. I'm looking for somebody that's got a little bit better defensive stats. And is an associate coach. Alright, so maybe this guy here. A- defense. A- PK. Yeah, he's good enough, I guess. B offense. Yeah, he's a B overall. Let's get him, I guess. This Jerome Matthew. Try and get him as an assistant coach as well. Alright, let's get out of here. That's stupid. Alright. Yeah, so this episode might end a little earlier, or I mean, we might not get as much simming going in this episode as definitely thought, because definitely caught off guard with with everything that's happened here in this month of November so far. I'm gonna just try swapping Mangiapane and Lindholm around again. Alright, did we put Binghamton back in net? We gotta make sure we do that. See, when you expect to be a contending team, these are not the type of headaches that you expect to be dealing with, especially this early in the season. Now, again, one thing I do want to say is the nice thing about all of this is that we do have cap space to work with. We'll probably look at it. I'm probably going to look at it off camera at the end of this episode and really kind of go in there and see what we should be getting in terms of a player that we could get out there. I'm thinking maybe a defenseman, but we'll see here. So why don't we sim up the rest of, or I guess this is the last game of the month. Why don't we sim up a handful of games here, and then we'll end this episode, and I'll kind of just take a look at what else we can be doing here, to turn our season around. All right, Sam Bennett 1-0 Flames. Yusuf Valimaki 2-0 Flames. Goals from Jomerson and Hannafin to make it 4-2 Flames final. We'll take it. Let's just do a couple more games here. So what are we at for games played? We're at 27. Why don't we get to like 30 or 35 games here? And then we'll call it an episode here. All right, roster management's now to say, okay, we don't have RFAs. So this, I'm going to accept your comment, but right, I gotta fire one of them. Right. Okay, it's already filled. Yeah, okay. Problem is I can only fire one at a time. Well, see, I can't even fire anybody. I can demote you to NHL assistant coach. That's what I can do, and then go for an associate coach. I guess both of those guys were associate coaches, so you can only have one. So let's go back to hire staff here. All right, which guy was it here? This Clark guy. Ross Clark. Offer you to be our new associate coach, and then I don't know. I'll worry about finding an assistant coach off camera. All right, big divisional game here against Vancouver. Let's go. First period, 1-0 Flames. Max Domi. Second period, goals from Gunnarsson and Ferland, former Flame, and then they get a huge third period. Wow. Wow. We're so inconsistent. It's not even funny. All right. -2 for those guys. All right, fuck. You know what? Let's stop it here. We got 30 games now. because I don't want this to go too much further. We're at 28. Okay, let's go 2 more games and let's stop it at 30, because this is getting out of control right now. We are way at the bottom of our division. All right, so we got a new associate coach here. So continuing to make some changes to our coaching staff. And again, I'll look at looking at maybe getting an assistant coach as well. I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, so I do think we need to go out and make a trade, at the start of the next episode here. I did not by any means, expect this at all. Here in this episode, I did not expect that, we would be worrying about, fighting for getting our season back on track, especially this early. You can see these losses are horrible. 4-0 shutout. We might need to make a much bigger trade than I was also anticipating here. Fuck. It's horrible. All right, let's go Winnipeg here, and then let's just end this one, because this is just getting way out of control now. All right. All right, first period, 2 goals there for us. Second period and third period. Look at that. We're winning the whole game, and then third period we just decide to fuck up. All right. So yeah, this has gone way out of control right now in our 4th season with the Calgary Flames. To the point where we should almost be fired, because this is just, wow. We 7th in our division, 25 points. That is, I don't even know what to say. We went from one of the best teams, at the beginning of this episode, 1st in our division. I think we were 2nd, actually 3rd in the NHL to this now. I don't even want to look at where we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this episode here. I'm going to go in, try and look for that other coach that we need. But then we've just completely changed our entire coaching staff, so that's not the problem. And then what I'm going to do is going to look at options to what maybe we can do here with, bringing in some players, because I don't know what else to do right now. Making some trades. Our offense is struggling. Our defense is struggling. Binghamton's probably struggling a little bit right now. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. This is we need some major changes. I don't think we need to panic, but we do need to make some major changes right now, because this is a year we're supposed to be winning a cup, not fighting for the playoffs. So that will end it for this horrible episode 29. We'll pick everything else off in episode 30.